Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Now today, I don't know how long the video is going to be nor what I'm going to be doing. All I know exactly what I'll be doing right now is talking to you guys, giving this very crucial and important message and tips for all, as you can see in the title, all the beginning new restorer and customizers. Now it's not going to be what to do and not to do when you're working on shoes. That video will come in a later time because I have a bunch of stuff I want to tell you guys. But this one specifically is how, as a beginning customizer, you should start your way into whether it's becoming a business or as a hobby, how you should come together either way you're going and actually start offering your work as a service and charging people, whether it's $5, whether it's $60. The reason I brought this to the table for you guys is because of an incident that happened last night. Now, it's not that certain incident that happened last night that made me want to do this. It's just because over the years that I've been doing it, and it's been a long time, this same incident I've had brought to me, whether I've seen it on Instagram, whether I have a customer bring it to me because they had a shoe messed up by a beginning restorer that said they can fix it and then they ruin it, and other stuff. Now what I'm meaning is when you're starting out, it sucks because since I started till now, not anybody has put out a video letting you guys know what you should do before you start offering your service to others. So that's what this video is gonna do. First things first, I gotta get off my chest is when you're beginning, no matter how many videos you watched, no matter what material you have, if you have not practiced on your own shoes, do not offer your service to other people. And I mean that with the deepest, truest, genuine, most authentic advice I can give you guys. It's not so I can get ahead. It's not so I can stay your business and keep getting business. It's straight facts. I'm gonna give you guys backstory of how I started. When I started, guys, I started back in like 2012, end of 2012. I was watching YouTube videos. This channel, my channel, is meant to give you guys the correct steps, the right way to do things. I have been done for the past year or so now, being that customizer and restorer that bitches and moans about people doing stuff wrong. Now again, that incident last night, I almost went off on the person because the whole situation, how the way the customer explained happened and the pictures I seen, because I'm so passionate about this, I get pissed off. But the second I actually started talking to this person, everything flipped. Like, instead of breaking him down, I built him up and I explained to him why what he did was wrong, instead of saying you're wrong and that's it. So again, with this video, guys, I really want you to pay attention. The backstory of me. When I got into 2012, finally I'm gonna get to it because I got on a fat tangent. But back in 2012, there was a few channels out. You guys probably don't know who Restore My Sneakers are. It was two brothers, I think they were, who now that I know what I know, everything they did back then was wrong. Like, they were using some of the right stuff, but everything they were doing was wrong. So imagine me, 2012-ish, like, what, 13 something years old, following them and doing everything wrong until more people and myself started researching and seeing stuff. I only had Restore My Sneakers and Sneakerhead in the Bay. Sneakerhead in the Bay was the only person that I saw who taught me how to repaint shoes. Now, his videos back then, correct, like that's how I learned to repaint. I learned how to better myself because with his videos, I was able to learn over the years. Now, I only had 2 channels to refer to, and then the rest I had to do self practice on my own shoes. I practiced for a full year, guys, a full year. Now, I'm not telling you guys that you have to practice for a full year before you offer your service to somebody. What I am telling you guys is that you guys need to practice until you genuinely, full-heartedly, and authentic feeling of, you look at the shoe you just did and like, damn, I can offer my service now. And when I say that, I'm not saying you need to start charging $20 right off the bat. No, you need to lower your stuff, because that damn moment is finally the feeling of like, holy crap, this is quality. Like, I can give this out. So you start low and you start building yourself up once you start seeing your work improve here and there. Everything, practice everything. The only thing that you guys really can't mess up on is cleanings. The only thing I have to say is when you're using on suede or nubuck, don't oversaturate it. That's it. That's the only way you can ruin a shoe, is if you oversaturate it with water. You need to practice on your own shoes. That's the most important, because your credibility, because you may not be doing it with harsh intent, but you're gonna ruin someone's shoe and your credibility goes down because he won't refer you. He'll never come back to you. And your main goal should always be to, one, satisfy your customer and make sure that their shoes are safe and protected and they love it more than when it came into you. And 2, you need to make sure that they come back as a returning customer, because your credibility is good with them if you give them good work. And what that does is it brings them back as a returning customer. It brings his family, it brings his friend. Like it all goes full circle. You need to keep your credibility A1. Money. Don't do it for the money. If you do it for the money, you're gonna ruin people's shoes, and you may not even care. The people who do it for money don't really care. I'll explain to you why money is never the way to go. If you go after money, you're gonna ruin someone's shoe, and then you're gonna, oh shit, I got $20 from fucking someone's shoes, so I don't have to improve. I can do this, this, and this. Like, you're gonna stay complacent, ripping people off, getting their money, because all you want is money. But when you do it for the love of it, for the passion of it, you're gonna say, oh shoot, I did this, let me better myself this day. Let me better myself this day. Like for myself, for example, I have good repaints. Now, I was using heat guns, and I've been doing 3 days full of research, and shout out to Dez's Custom. His video finally was the last piece of the puzzle. I finally figured out through the whole year that I've had this heat gun why I've been doing it wrong, and now I'm gonna fix that. But as you've seen there, I've been doing it for so long, and I'm still improving, I'm still finding ways to do it better. So don't ever think everything you do is perfect, because you can always learn and get better the next years or however many long you may doing it. Again, whether it's a business, whether it's your hobby or this and that, you can always improve. So that's a big tip I also have to give for you guys, is always try to improve yourself. Don't compete with anybody. When you compete with other people, and I have been through this, I've only been able to get over that hump about a few months ago. When you compete with other people, your work will never, ever please you, and you'll never grow. When you compete against other people, no matter how good or how bad they are, or you compare your work, it goes the same with comparing yourself with someone else's life. When you compare yourself or your work to other people's work, you'll never be satisfied, and you'll keep yourself in a depressed slump that a lot of us fall into. What you should do and what you need to do is just, the only competition is yourself. Be better than yourself yesterday. Be better than the day before. And it just goes on, like, you are your only competition, and you should only focus on your work. I'm not saying don't follow other restorers, don't like other restorers' pictures. I'm saying don't compare your work to theirs. I have a bunch of restorer colleagues. I follow them, I like their stuff, I compliment their work, but I never ever in the past few months that I finally learned to get over it, do I compare my work to them. I compare my work today to my work tomorrow, from my work yesterday. That's it. I compare myself as a person and the choices I made yesterday to today, and I make sure that today is a whole lot better than it was yesterday. That's the biggest thing I can give you guys, is just remember that you are your only competition, and the way to have self-growth and self-improvement in every aspect of life, whether it's shoes or yourself or work or this or that, is to compete with yourself. Because when you compete with yourself, that's the true competition right there, because you are the only one at the end of the road. So that's one of the biggest things I have to give you guys, is compete with yourself, don't compete with others. And it's love everywhere. So don't trash talk, don't talk down to other people. I know it's hard, trust me, it's hard. It's hard to not compete with people, it's hard to not talk shit on work that you may think is bad. It's really hard, but learn to do it. Learn to not talk shit, learn to not compete with yourself, and trust me, you'll be a whole lot of a better person. So the next one, I'm slowly creating a list because I go off on tangents, and I want to make sure that this video is not too long, but also gives you guys everything I want to talk about. So the next one is going to be, stop following people and trusting people that have a following. What do I mean by that? Stop following everybody who has 100,000 followers and they say, oh, I did this on a shoe, or you should do this on a shoe. I have this many followers, so trust me. That doesn't mean shit, bro. The person I want to name drop so bad does that so many times, and it pisses me off, because then a bunch of people I see doing it and they're ruining shoes. And it's not just them ruining shoes, it's that they're ripping people off too, because they're charging them freaking an arm and a leg for something that is ass. Like, seriously, stop following people who have a following. You need to thin those people out, and it'll take a while, but you need to thin the real ones out, see the actual good methods, and use those. Or do research on your own to see which is better, which is bad, which one you shouldn't do, which one you should do. Like, it's so irritating to see people who have a following use their following for such a bad thing. Like, stop giving people false information. Again, like, I unknowingly was giving you guys the impression that a heat gun is good to use when drying any sort of paint or doing any sort of work on a shoe. The only time I'll use a heat gun is when I have to reheat the glue because I missed the window to re-glue the shoe. Again, that's what my channel is for, is I want to give you guys true, honest advice and tips. Like, I'm not doing this because I want to take everybody's subscribers. I'm doing this because I'm tired of seeing people break people down. It's time we build each other up. Like last night, again, I'm gonna keep referring to last night because last night was probably the best way I handled that situation ever. I built this guy up. I told him what he did was wrong, why it was wrong, and then I explained to him exactly what to do to build himself up. Like, we need to come together and just freaking help each other. Like, that's really all I have to say, is just stop following people who have a following. Like, stop trusting them and believing in them just because they have such and such followers. It doesn't work like that. They're giving, a lot of people on YouTube are giving you horrible information that is just not right. And I fell into that trap. I've fallen into that trap, guys. Trust me. Over the years, I've had to make my own methods that I know work and that I know are true and aren't false and actually last, because the ones that I was doing from other people who are putting it out on the internet were lying to you guys. And nowadays they're hiding it from you guys. They'll put it on camera, but they'll only shoot a certain shot, or they'll only shoot it from this angle, or they won't show you the front or the back because it's lopsided or this and that. Like, a lot of people are doing it, guys. That's why if you follow me on Instagram and if you know me, I show you guys my flaws. I show you guys when I mess up on a shoe. I don't ever say fail, because you never fail. You just learn from the mistake you just did. I show you guys if I messed up a reglue, or if I messed up a repaint, or this or that. Like, I show you guys everything, but then I show you guys how I fixed it. I'm honest with you guys. I'm tired of seeing fake ass people on the internet succeeding and growing because they're lying to you guys. Like, that's not how it should work, bro. And I know it's gonna stay like that for a long time, but I'm gonna do my best to, you know, get that shit out of the way and give you guys true, honest fucking advice. But you guys need to do your research. It's 2018. You guys have a ton of videos online, again, like I said, from people who actually give you good content and good quality ways to do certain stuff. So I just want to talk about a little bit. Don't come straight to restores and don't ask them for their methods, because sometimes it comes off as rude to us. It comes off as like, why it took me years to get this and you're trying to come here and demand that I give you something, and then you get mad when I don't. Like, I worked my ass off to figure this out. A lot of people who come to get like a question asked, not even a question, just like, hey, how do you do that? And then we don't tell them because they come off rude, they're not grateful, they're not professional, yada yada. Like, they get mad. We're not gonna tell people who are ungrateful or don't even follow. Like, I've had a lot of people who don't follow me try to get my methods from me. Like, why would I help someone who doesn't support me? That doesn't make any sense. So that's something I wanted to touch on. Just do your research. You have the internet. It's 2018. A bunch of shit is online. Figure it out. And then if you can't figure it out, go to someone in a professional manner, and that's the next one. Be professional. This goes for customers and restorers. Be professional and be kind. When a customer comes to you, this is my personal experience, or what I do. When people come to me, I thank them after, not even after, before. I thank them for even considering coming to me, and I thank them for coming to me. Like, I show them gratitude and that I actually appreciate them coming to me. And when you're a customer or who wants some help, come off kind, come off genuine, don't be fake. Actually appreciate that they are taking the time out of their day to respond to you. Whether they give you the advice that you're looking for or not, just be grateful that they even took the time to respond to you. Because again, a lot of restorers have found their own ways to do certain things, and it's taken them a bunch of times and years to figure those things out. So they're not just gonna hand it over willy-nilly, because it took hard sweat and tears to figure that stuff out. Like my gluing method, it took me years to figure that shit out, and I finally stumbled upon it. And then everybody wants to go and ask me, people who don't even follow me, people who don't show gratitude. Like, I'm not gonna give you my shit. But when I finally released it, I released it out of goodwill and without expectation of people, you know, thanking me or this and that. Like, I wanted to put it out because that's the best way that I think is out now to re-glue a shoe. So that's really that. Just be kind, stay professional. I'm gonna give you the best advice that I've ever been given. Walk and hold yourself up in a way as if very, very, very important people are watching you. Don't be childish. Don't Don't be like me like a year ago. I used to put my customers on blast when they would laugh because my prices were too high, or say my prices are too high, I'm tripping, or anything like that. I used to put people on blast. Don't do that. Be professional. If you really want to put a business in this sort of thing, be professional. Don't be childish. And if people do come off rude, stay professional, dismiss them in a very professional way, and then go on about your day, because those people aren't important. So that's one of the biggest things I also have to tell you guys, is just stay professional, because you never know who's watching. Is a very important one as well, is patience. You guys need to be patient. What I mean by being patient is be patient with your process, love your process, and understand that you're not going to get better within the next days, the next night, yada yada. Realize that your process is going to take your entire life. And again, you'll always have room to improve, so your process will never be ending. Unless you end it and then you stay complacent. That's the only way it'll end. But the best thing for you to do is always know that you can grow as a person and in your craft. Also, you need to be patient with your work. More specifically, say you're doing a repaint, just like me and everybody else thought, because heat guns sped up that process and it gave us good results and the repaints look good, we used it. But heat guns are actually bad for repaints. No matter how fast it gets it done, we need to make sure we are doing it right, no matter how long it takes. So be patient with your work. Don't rush shit, because you'll end up just ruining someone's shoe or having to redo it again. And unnecessary steps will have to be taken if you rush stuff. So be very patient with your work and with your process. Learn to love your process. That's something I'm still learning to do by myself. Don't get caught up in the followers. Don't get caught up in the money. Don't get caught up in, if you want to be a YouTuber, don't get caught up in the fame or the notoriety. Just do it because you love it and trust your process, and I trust you, your life will be so much easier. I can't stress this enough. The next one is be honest with your work. Don't hide anything. I talked on it a little bit earlier, and I'm gonna get more in depth in it right now. I've seen a bunch of people take pictures from where you're at, from there, and oh, I did a repaint or I did a reglue. Like, how the fuck are we gonna see your actual quality of your work? Like, take good pictures. Don't hide shit. And if you fucked up, show it. Fix it. Show you fixing it. Like, be honest with everybody, because honesty is gonna take you further than hiding shit. Because then when you hide shit, people are gonna go to you, they're gonna get the work, and then be like, what the fuck is this? This is not what I paid for. And then they're gonna put you on blast, or they're gonna go to another restorer, and that restorer is gonna take your business, because again, you want credibility and you want returning customers. That is your main point of doing this, is you want to be credible. You want to have a good name in this game. So when you're taking pictures, take good pictures. Take good quality up close pictures where you can actually see the work. We can even do stress tests sometimes. If you want to do a stress test though, after you do a reglue, don't stress test it until 24 hours after, so that way the bond is completely bonded and strong. So don't hide your shit. Be honest. And I'm telling you, people will respect you so much more if you're honest. It's crazy that I've gotten so many DMs with people saying, thank you so much for being honest. Like, I trust you way more than other people because you're honest. You mess up or you make a mistake because you fix it and you show us that you fix it. And then, like, you don't hide shit. People will respect you so much more than they were to respect you thinking that you did it right. So that's one thing. Don't hide your bullshit. Show it. Your prices of your work does not qualify you. It doesn't qualify you to do a job just because you charge $60 to do a repaint. Your skills qualify you. Your skills are the one that say you are qualified to do this job. So if someone charge $60 to do a repaint, I charge $60 to do a repaint. You compare the two. You show them mine, $60 bomb ass repaints. You're charging I'm not saying you specifically, I'm just saying someone like name him Bob. Sorry Bob if you're watching, but say Bob is charging $60 as well, but his job is shit. Just because he charges $60 doesn't mean he'll give you good work. You need to do research again on your restorer to make sure that he's gonna give you quality work and that he actually shows that it's quality. Your skills are way more important than the money. Your skills are going to bring in more people, not the money. The money won't bring people in. Now you could say, oh, money you can use for advertising. Okay, but you're gonna advertise that shit and you're advertising horrible work. But if you advertise good work, you're gonna get actual followers, you're gonna get actual customers, and you're not just gonna get clicks. You want actual followers and actual customers that are gonna support your work and pay you for quality work. So understand that again, you need to base your prices off of your skills and off of the quality you're giving. And if you go to someone who really loves doing this, they're gonna give everything. Like, I don't ever let a shoe leave my house in my hands until I know I'm satisfied with it, because then my customer will be satisfied with it. And I show them up close pictures, and I let them give their feedback to me in case they don't like something on the shoe. So you guys, again, price doesn't qualify people for the job. Remember that. To end this off, I touched on it earlier. You guys really need to trust your process, and you guys gotta stop rushing it. I fall into that trap all the time. Recently I got into a really bad slump, and I was super depressed because I was so in the moment now that in that moment I wasn't seeing any growth and any progression and any success that I really wanted in that moment. But when I was finally able to sit back and realize and, you know, talk to my best friend, because it's crazy that I thought I was the only one feeling this way, but he was feeling the same exact way. We were both so in the moment that we felt like we were disappointments to not only our family but to us, because we were failing and because we weren't growing and because we weren't succeeding the way we wanted to. But when we really think about it, we step out of our lives and look at ourselves. If we compare ourselves from 5 years ago to now, so much growth and success has happened. And success in that moment that you think is not happening is actually happening. Whether you may see it or not, it's actually happening because you're growing still. So you guys need to trust your process and never doubt yourself. And if you do doubt yourself, find what helps you regain your path. Don't ever give up because you think you're failing or because other people think you're failing. At the end of the day, you're the most important person, and you're going to be there at the end of the day. That's why I always say less rushing, more trusting in your process. And to remember, no matter what you do, don't do it for the money again. Don't do it for the fame. Don't do it for the notoriety. Don't do it because you want to be the first or this or that. Do it because you love it, and you will always stay on the right freaking track and path that is meant for you. So that's really it that I wanted to give you guys for the newer stores, and some of this can go for customers too. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really passionate about it. That's why if this ends up being long, I'm sorry, but I really want you guys to hear every single thing that I have to say. I know I may not have touched on everything because early in the morning I was even practicing. I was saying certain stuff, but I wasn't writing it down, so I might have missed things. If you have any other questions not to do with working on shoes, like how to take paint off or yada, like if you have questions on starting your business or how you should practice or who you should watch or this and that, like put it down in the comment section and I will respond to you. What can I say? Less rushing, more trusting in the process, and remember, it all comes back to love. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you guys for the continuous support. I woke up today to the video already having 16 likes with only like 45 views, so thank you to my main core of supporters. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I said something weird. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Sorry for not working on shoes today, but I think that this is way more important than you guys watching me work on shoes. And everything I just said is explaining why you guys need to do it right. This doesn't just go for new restorers or customers. This can go for some vets that still don't have this in their head. And I hope this helps every one of you, and that none of you guys are high-headed. I'm not saying I'm not high-headed sometimes. Sometimes I'm high-headed. But I'm saying that you guys take this in. Whoever takes this in, thank you. Whoever doesn't take it in, I hope you take it in one day, because I know this will help you. That's it, guys. Follow me right here if you're not already. I'll see you in tomorrow. Deuce.
Whoever wondered what it means to make it by any means and finally attain your dreams, on the come up